The 2012 Ducati Streetfighter S. The Ducati Streetfighter S is one of the most iconic models in its class. The motorcycle is equipped with a lot of components developed using Ducati's experience in the field of racing. The motorcycle is powered by a strong L-twin 1099cc engine which cranks out 155 horsepower, 114 kilowatts at 9,500 revolutions per minute and 85 pound-feet to 115 newton-meters of torque achieved at 9,500 revolutions per minute. The engine is mounted on a tubular steel trellis frame which is light but strong and gives the motorcycle a perfect torsional rigidity at high speeds. The ride quality is assured by Öhlins 43mm fully adjustable front forks which are combined with a fully adjustable rear suspension. The motorcycle sits on 5-spokes light alloy wheels shod in front Pirelli Diablo Corsa 3 and 120/70 ZR17 and rear Pirelli Diablo Corsa 3 and 190/55 ZR17 tires. The Streetfighter S is equipped with Brembo Monobloc calipers which have 4 34mm pistons that grip 330mm discs. Hit the jump for more information on the 2012 Ducati Streetfighter S. Press release. The Streetfighter's superbike soul combines fighter attitude and naked sophistication to create pure adrenaline. S treatment of the Streetfighter pushes its tech spec to the red line. Body and design. The Ducati Streetfighter is equipped with everything that made the superbike a legend: awesome L-twin muscle with brutal, big-bore torque, thoroughbred chassis technology, beautiful single-sided swing arm, planet-stopping monoblock brakes and pure, sophisticated class. While the tank and seat shapes leave no doubt as to the Streetfighter's roots, it is the upright and commanding riding position that really starts to shape the character of this ultimate naked. New, minimalistic controls, instrumentation and headlight design leave the front looking clean and mean, while twin-stacked right-side mufflers at the rear leave the tail end high and sharp. No other Ducati has ever achieved such an aggressive stance while providing a comfortable, empowering, controllable and enjoyable ride. The Streetfighter culture was born on the backstreets of Northern Europe during the late 70s and 80s. If the café racer movement had taken traditional bikes and transformed them to establish out-and-out sport bikes, then Streetfighters were definitely anti-establishment. They evolved by removing the fairings from sport bikes, fitting higher bars and customizing to create high-performance, over-the-top nakeds. Ducati's Streetfighter project was inevitable. The passion to build the most successful superbikes ever, mixed with the desire to create iconic, naked motorcycles was a rush of adrenaline just waiting to happen. Who else would create a bike for out-and-out purists to celebrate naked power in all its forms? A bike with muscle engine performance, aggressive chassis engineering and intelligent electronics all laid bare to appreciate, respect and enjoy. Ducati build bikes for enthusiasts, for bikers who appreciate the details that come together to make an awesome bike. Ducati's S treatment of the Streetfighter pushes its tech spec to the red line. Öhlins suspension front and rear and lightweight Marcassini forged wheels stack up serious credibility, while the front fender and cam belt covers in super light carbon fiber help reduce the dry weight to an extreme 167 kilograms (368 pounds). But the S sophistication doesn't end there. Awesome street-going Ducati traction control and Ducati data analysis are standard issue, making it clear that the Streetfighter S is not all muscle, it's intelligent too. Engine. Exhaust system. The massive 2-1-2 exhaust system is made from weight-saving 1 mm thick steel and flows from 58 mm to 63.5 mm diameter pipes. The system uses 2 lambda probes to ensure precise fuel mapping for optimum performance and an electronic valve in the midsection to achieve a wide spread of power. The cannon-style, vertically stacked, brushed steel mufflers deliver the famous Ducati L-twin sound synonymous with raw, Desmo power. Power and torque curves. Producing a ballistic 85 pound-feet (11.7 kgm) of torque and 155 horsepower (114 kilowatts), the Streetfighter's awesome 1098 powerhouse fears nothing of the naked sports competition. The L-twin, Testostretta Evoluzione engine gives both the best power-to-weight and the best torque-to-weight ratios in its class. High-efficiency cooling. The Streetfighter's powerhouse is protected by twin coolant radiators, carefully curved in pure naked style for optimum performance and stunning with visual effect. The upper radiator is assisted by lightweight, high-flow electric fan assemblies while the lower sits in the front of the belly pan, which also houses a highly efficient oil heat exchanger. Magnesium alloy covers. Attention to weight reduction is further underlined with both cam covers and clutch outer cover cast in magnesium alloy. Testastretta evolution. The world-beating 1098 Testastretta Evoluzione needs little introduction. Debuting in 2007, it went on to form the basis of a motor that powered Ducati to superstock in Superbike World titles that left the competition stunned. Now, its massive bore, short stroke and incredible torque powers Ducati's most extreme naked, and the results are equally as stunning. Elliptical throttle bodies. The Streetfighter engine is fed by MotoGP-derived elliptical throttle bodies which are equivalent to a diameter of 63.9 mm. Representing a 30% increase in air flow over conventional throttle bodies, the elliptical shape contributes considerable power increase. The Ducati 1098 engine was the first in the range to introduce this MotoGP technology for street use. Vacuolar crankcases. The vacuolar casting process used to make the Streetfighter crankcases ensures consistent and precise wall thickness and increased strength from absolute material purity while reducing weight an incredible 3 kg (6.5 pounds) compared to those of the 1098 Superbike engine. Crankshaft. The Streetfighter's lightweight crankshaft assembly operates a highly over-square bore and stroke with huge 104 mm pistons powering through short 64.7 mm strokes. Chassis. Marcassini 5-spoke wheels. The Streetfighter S reduces weight even further by using Y-shaped, 5-spoke wheels by Marcassini, forged and then machined in lightweight aluminium. The Streetfighter S wheels are finished in black. Fighter frame. The purpose-built trellis frame uses 25.6 degrees of rake compared with the Superbike's 24.5 degrees to ensure a well-planted front end. Single-side swing arm. At the rear, the all-new single-sided swing arm, finished in black, is a high-grade aluminium cast that has been lengthened by 35 mm with respect to the Superbike, thus taking the overall wheelbase to 1,475 mm for even more uncompromising acceleration. Öhlins rear suspension. Taking care of the rear of the S is a single high-spec Öhlins unit fully adjustable in spring preload with full adjustment and highly engineered control of compression and rebound damping. The unit is also fitted with a ride-enhancing top-out spring which helps maintain rear tire contact under extreme conditions. Brembo Monobloc brakes. The Streetfighter S uses Brembo's powerful monobloc caliper race technology. Machined from a single piece of alloy, the calipers achieve higher rigidity and resistance to distortion during extreme braking. The result not only delivers planet-stopping brake power, but also gives an enhanced and precise feel at the brake lever. The twin monobloc calipers each have four 34 mm pistons that grip huge 330 mm discs to achieve their spectacular performance. The weight of the discs has been kept to a minimum by using racing-style narrow braking surfaces. Öhlins forks. The Streetfighter S pushes the spec way up with 43 mm Superbike spec Öhlins forks that have sliders treated in low-friction tin. Fully adjustable in spring preload and precisely adjustable in compression and rebound damping, they ensure S-feeling and finesse when the fight gets rough. Equipment. Stopwatch. The digital display is programmed with a stopwatch function that, when enabled, can be triggered by using the high beam flash button and each recorded time stored in a memory. After your journey or track session, the times or lap times can be recalled from the memory and scrolled through by using the instrumentation buttons on the left-hand switchgear. Fighter controls. The digital display is programmed with a stopwatch function that, when enabled, can be triggered by using the high beam flash button and each recorded time stored in a memory. After your journey or track session, the times or lap times can be recalled from the memory and scrolled through by using the instrumentation buttons on the left-hand switchgear. Carbon fiber. Carbon fiber front fender and cam belt covers not only shave additional weight, they also contrast superbly against the bronze finish of the frame. Ducati Data Analyzer. The Ducati Data Analyzer (DDA), which includes PC software, a USB-ready data retrieval card and instructions, enables you to review and analyze your performance and that of the bikes, and to make comparisons between various channels of information. The system records numerous channels of data including throttle opening A, vehicle speed B, engine RPM C, engine temperature D, distance traveled E, laps and lap times. It also automatically calculates engine RPM and vehicle speed data, enabling it to display gear selection F as an additional channel of information. An additional channel of information is now dedicated to recording the DTC index G, which can then be viewed as a graphic trace and indicates the amount of DTC interaction during wheel spin, subject to model. At the end of a ride or track session, up to 4 MB of data can be downloaded ready to compare, analyze and get an inside view of the performance of both you and the bike. Minimalist switchgear. The switchgear presents minimalism at its best. The slim-line bodies house easy-to-use switches and buttons and feature a unique weapons-like trigger catch that slides down to cover the starter button when activating the kill switch. Ducati Traction Control. Accessible from the left-hand switchgear and displayed on the digital instrumentation, Ducati Traction Control (DTC) offers a choice of 8 profiles, or sensitivity levels, each one programmed with a wheel spin tolerance matched to progressive riding levels of skill, graded from 1 to 8. While Level 8 administers a confidence-building, high level of interaction from the system by activating upon the slightest amount of wheel spin, Level 1 offers a much higher tolerance, resulting in less intervention for highly competent riders. Once the level is selected and DTC activated, both are displayed on the instrumentation. The system then analyzes data sent from front and rear wheel speed sensors to detect wheel spin. Should the system recognize wheel spin above a certain threshold, the DTC-AQ instantly evaluates the many possible wheel spin scenarios before administering 2 types of interaction in varying amounts. DTC is able to sense the exact use that the bike is being put to. From slow mid-corner acceleration with considerable vehicle inclination to high-speed corner exits while almost upright, DTC is intelligent enough to react according to each and every situation. It's even smart enough to not intervene if you decide to perform a burnout or a wheelie. The first, soft stage of system interaction is executed by high-speed software that instantly makes electronic adjustment to the ignition by administering varying amounts of retardation to reduce the engine's torque output. During this initial stage of DTC interaction, both outer warning lights on the instrumentation, normally used to signify over rev, illuminate to signify that DTC is being applied. If the DTC software detects that the first soft stage of system interaction is inadequate to control the wheel spin, it continues to administer ignition retardation and instructs the engine ECU to initiate a pattern of constantly increasing injection cuts until, if necessary, full injection cut. During this second stage of system interaction, both outer and central warning lights fully illuminate to signify that DTC has also initiated injection cuts. After either Stage 1 ignition retardation or Stage 2 pattern of injection cuts or full cut, the system incrementally returns to the original ignition and injection mapping as the wheel speeds approach equalization. This carefully programmed return to full power delivery is the real key to DTC's smooth and efficient operation. In developing its World Championship-winning traction control system for road use, Ducati continue to demonstrate their strategy of transferring technologies from their race bikes into the production environment, and show how solutions developed for performance on the track really can be applied to enhance safety on the road. Lighting. The aggressive-looking headlight is the face of the Streetfighter, and it leaves little doubt as to its character. While the main lighting source and multi-reflector design provides powerful illumination to cut through the night, its 2 evil eye strips of LED positioning lights give a striking and unmistakable identity to the bike. Keeping design matters clean and stylish, the directional indicators remain unobtrusive with clear lenses and colored bulbs, while the rear light is integral to the shape of the tailpiece, providing unobscured illumination while maintaining the smooth and elegant look to the high and sharp rear end. Compact instruments. The Streetfighter's instrumentation blends into the aggressive line of the headlight. Information additional to the default readouts is managed from the left-hand handlebar-mounted switch gear, allowing the rider to scroll through and select from various menus. The display presents RPM and speed, with the former displayed across the screen in a progressive bar graph. Additionally, the instruments display lap times, DTC status and level selected if activated on Streetfighter S, time, air temperature, coolant temperature, battery voltage, 2 trips and a trip that automatically starts as the fuel system goes on to reserve. Warning lights illuminate to signify neutral, turn signals, high beam, rev limit, low oil pressure, fuel reserve, DTC intervention if activated on Streetfighter S, and scheduled maintenance. The instrument display is also used as the control panels for the DDA and DTC systems, as well as listing lap times recorded by using the high beam flash button as a stopwatch. Specification. Quote, Zimbio, the Streetfighter's superbike psyche combines Shielder noesis and naked sophistication to create uncontaminated adrenaline. Discourse of the Streetfighter pushes its tech description to the red contrast.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.